So we can start the session now. I'm sharing my screen. Just let me know once it is visible.
Oh, sir.
Is my voice perfectly audible or is there any variations?
No, no, sir, it's perfectly
No,
audible.
sir, it's
Perfectly
audible.
audible because I am just checking my new
Sounds.
headset. Okay. So let's start then. We have the participants now. So this would be your first class with me. And I guess all of you are aware that what class I am going to take. So I will be taking your ITIL session plus troubleshooting. Troubleshooting would be related to the issues that we face in the company and how we are going to fix it. So these two sessions I am going to take. Each session will take 5 classes. So this will last for 5 days and this will also last for 5 days. So in total, you will have 10 classes with me starting from today onwards. So next week of Friday would be your last session with me. I am available from Monday to Friday only. On Saturday, Sunday, I will not take your sessions. So in the first week, I am going to cover ITIL, and in the next week, I am going to cover troubleshooting. This is how we are going to work. Now, before I start, so I would like to give a brief intro about myself. So my name is Rajesh, and basically I am from Delhi. So it's a West Delhi location here. And if you talk about my technical experience, like complete professional experience, so it would be around 8.5 years into IT. So my first company was Convergys. I started there as a remote support administrator. It was like a chat or voice kind of profile. Like Convergys is like a BPO. It's an international BPO. So I started there in way back in 2014. I used to provide support to the US and Canadian customers. So I was not satisfied with my job. Then I switched to another company. It was American Express. Again, it was the BPO, but I was working on the server profile. It was chat. Then I got the opportunity to work with the entity data. So it is one of the US based MNC. There I worked on a Windows Server and Linux administration, and it was the virtualization on the VMware vCenter EXSI. That kind of tool we have used. Then right now I am working full time in a company which is Publicis Sapient. So it is also one of the US based MNC. I am working there as a cloud service expert, and that is my permanent job where I am working there. And I'm basically responsible for Azure. Mainly, I am the part of Azure team. So I am on the lead level. I am handling the Azure, then AKS, Azure Kubernetes Services, DevOps automation using the Terraform template, plus databases, which is on cloud. Apart from my job, I give freelance training to the institutes like eVision. So basically, what I'm doing in the eVision on Saturday, Sunday, I am associated with the eVision for the cloud training. So if any candidate after getting the job, if they would be interested in the Azure cloud or AWS, I will be the person who will take the training on regular basis, just for 1 hour at night. I am available to provide the training in ITIL and troubleshooting because I am ITIL certified also. So ITIL training can only be provided by the person who is working in the company so that we can give you the real life examples. We can relate the things. That is the reason I am just taking your session. It is only for 1 hour. I will not take more than 1 hour of session because of my office hours. So I basically work in general shift. That is my permanent shift, 9 to 6. After that, I am free. So I will be your trainer for 10 days. And in future, if you will be the part of cloud, then I will be your trainer on weekends after the job. This is the brief intro about me. Now, I just want to know from you guys, you all of you are enrolled in the OJT, right? OJT program. Everyone is in OJT, right?
Sir, can you give the full form of OJT?
On job training.
Yeah,
That is your training program. On job training. So this is your current program, right? यही
right.
पढ़ रहे
Yes,
हो ना?
Sir.
Uh,
Yes.
at any point of time, if you feel that you are not able to understand my pitch, just let me know. I will try to explain in Hindi as well. I can speak Hindi, I can speak English, but sorry for the South Indian people, I cannot speak in South Indian languages. So my rate of speech is very high. So I will try to speak slowly. But at any point of time, if you feel that you are not understanding any particular sentence, you can let me know. I will explain. Understood?
Yes. Okay.
So let's start now. So in this training program, before I start, I just want to know from you, there are some modules. The first module is N plus. So have you all completed the N plus?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes.
fundamental of networking. What about CCNA?
Mm. It's
Yes,
also
sir.
completed, sir.
That is also completed. What about MCSA?
Completed, sir.
No.
It's Windows
No.
Administration.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
The
Windows
full form
administration is
is
completed.
Microsoft Certified Solution Associate, and it is a course. It is a global certification course offered by the Microsoft company, and it helps you to become specialized in Windows Server administration, Windows Server plus Windows Client operating system administration. So you might have heard about Active Directory, DNS, DHCP kind of services. That is the part of this training. So this is a very lengthy syllabus actually. It is the syllabus of around 60 hours. The complete global syllabus is for 60 hours, 60 hours, 60 घंटे का. But in eVision, we are only focusing on the content that will help you to get the job. So that is the reason it is customized enough as per your designation. But the people who becomes the server administrator, they have to learn the complete course. So this is very lengthy course. Now, what about virtualization?
Yes, sir. It is completed.
It is also completed. So what tool you have used in the virtualization?
VMware workstation.
VMware Workstation. And what about your Linux?
No, sir.
It is pending. Apart from the Linux, ITIL will be taken care by me. Troubleshooting will be taken care by me. Plus, there will be one more session, which is HR session. HR session will be taken by the placement team of the eVision. So once my session is completed, once I am done with ITIL and troubleshooting, you guys will be transferred to the HR session. And placement team will take this session. It is generally for 1 or 2 days only. They will just tell you how to give the introduction in the real interviews, how to talk about job responsibilities, how to talk about salary structure, notice period, strength, weakness, hobby. So that will be general HR round of discussion that you will have. And your resume will be prepared in this before this session itself. इससे पहले ही आपको resume मिल जाएगा. So these three are the finalization session. So after this, you will be job ready. Your mock interviews will be started with the eVision. Then your real interviews will be started. Whatever topics are pending from the above, if that is pending, that will also be completed. The backup classes will be arranged by the admin team. You just need to tell me that which topic is pending and I will discuss with them.
Linux is pending.
So you can ping into the chat box along with your name so that I can take it forward to the admin team. So whatever is pending, I will just create the report and will share with them.
So, sir, I just type only Linux now.
Yeah, if the Linux is pending, you can only type Linux.
Okay.
So now I can start my session. You guys can type in case if something is pending. We will take it forward accordingly. So most of the modules you have already completed with the eVision. Now I just want to know from you, do you have the clarity that what kind of job you are going to get? What profile you will get from eVision as a placement? क्या मिलेगा आप लोगों को?
As a support engineer, I think.
support engineer. Okay. Anyone else?
System
System.
support engineer and tech support thing.
System engineer. Okay. Tech support engineer. Anyone else?
Network engineer.
Network engineer. Okay. Anyone else?
System.
System admin. See, what would happen? Profile depends upon company. The designation totally depends upon company to company. So the kind of designation that you guys will get, it would be desktop support engineer. I'm very bad in spelling writing actually. It can be service desk engineer. These are going to be your designation. It can be remote support engineer. It can be system engineer, etc. So designation depends according to company what designation they are going to give you, and these are going to be your designation. Apart from this, it can be different as well. It can be network support engineer, it can be system analyst. So these are going to be your designation. Now on this designation, what kind of job you will do? Any clarity? Karoge kya? Anyone have any idea? They can discuss.
Troubleshooting.
Troubleshooting regarding what?
System engineering में.
What
So,
kind of troubleshooting?
so basically it is regarding the hardwares and softwares thing. If there any problem occurs, we will troubleshoot about it.
Okay, good try. See, let me clarify you what kind of job you guys are going to do in this particular designation. So, when we talk about IT industry, when we talk about information technology industry, it has basically two major vertical of business. The first vertical of business in IT is software development. This is the first line of business. And the second one is ITMS, information technology managed services, or you can also call it IT infra. So these two are the major categories of the business we have in the IT. When we talk about software development department is responsible for developing the software. So they will have different technology engineers like Java developers, C Sharp, .NET, Python, Ruby, Golang. So they have different developers in the team, and their main job will be to develop the software using the programming. So programming can be anything. It can be polyglot programming. It can be microservices programming. It can be anything. So they are going to create the software. Once the software is created, then in the software development team, there will be quality team. We call them QA. So QA team will be responsible for checking the quality of the software. They will do the testing. This is also known as testing team. They will do the testing of the code, if the code is properly working or not, if the software is properly behaving or not. If there is any improvement, they will give the feedback and accordingly it will be modified. So this is the job of software development people. So they can have different designation. They can have QA engineers, they can have testing engineer, they can have Selenium testers, they can have Java developers, like that. And we guys are not the part of this department. We are into IT, but we are not the part of software development department. We are the part of IT infra department. IT infra, or you can call it ITMS, IT managed services. This is our department. When we talk about this department, so what is the role of this department? So when the job of software developer is completed, the actual job of these people gets started. मतलब जैसे ही सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर का काम खत्म हुआ, इनका शुरू होता है. How? Let me give you one example. It is just an imaginary story that I am telling you. Let's suppose there is a company called Netflix. This is a real company. So there is a company called Netflix, and this company wants to develop a software that we can run on the platform so that external people can watch the movies, they can watch the serials. So it is going to be like a OTT platform. So this company, Netflix, has given the contract to HCL. This is a fake story now that I'm telling you. So Netflix company has given the contract to HCL that, hey HCL, we just want to develop one of the application, one of the software where people can watch the movies, where people can watch online movies, and that will be our source of revenue. हम वहां से profit कमाएंगे. HCL says, okay, we will develop the software within 6 months. Just give us 6 months of time. Now in the HCL, software development team will write the code. They will create the software as per the requirement of the Netflix company. They will do the testing. And once everything is finalized, they will hand over the software to Netflix. That this is your software. We have done our job. Now give us money. That's it. Once the job of the HCL developer is completed, now what Netflix will do, they have the software. Why they have created that software? So that they can launch it for the general public. वो general public के लिए उसको launch कर दे. And after that, they can earn the profit. That is their main goal. So that software is going to be their main source of business. They want to generate the business using the Netflix software. So in order to run that software for the general public, what they need? They need IT infrastructure. They will be running the software on servers. So they need servers. Server can be physical, it can be on the cloud. It can be Linux server, it can be Windows server, it can be Unix. It depends upon company to company. So first thing will be Netflix company will need the servers so that they can launch Netflix software for the general people, for the public like us. हम जैसे लोगों के लिए Netflix launch करना है उनको. After that, in order to connect these servers, they need networking. They have to do the networking as well. After the networking is done, now they have to talk about databases because they are going to store large number of video content. So for that, they need databases. In the databases, company have different database. They can have SQL, they can have MySQL server, they can have PostgreSQL, they can have MariaDB, like that, etc. Apart from this, company will have to take care of security because it is going to run on the open internet. So there are chances of hacking. So we have to protect our Netflix application from the hackers because that is our main source of business. Netflix company is earning the profit because of the Netflix software. So if that is hacked, there will be problem. There will be revenue loss. Apart from this, what else we need? We need load balancers. We need the load balancers so that if the traffic is coming, if any external public will try to access the Netflix software, and if there is heavy load, so we should be able to manage that particular load. We should be able to distribute that. So generally a company would be needing the IT infrastructure in order to run their business. Just like the example that we have seen, in this example, the company needed the IT infrastructure in order to run their main source of Netflix application, which is the source of their business. उनके business का source है. So all the companies nowadays, when we talk about the big companies, the MNCs, so most of the companies nowadays, they are dependent on the technology. Every company is somehow dependent on the technology for their business. Just like take the example of Accenture. Accenture is one of the US-based MNC. It is one of the renowned MNC in the world. And the main business of this company is what? They are into finance. Their main business is finance consulting. They are into insurance as well. They have multiple BPO. They have multiple IT companies as well. Whatever business the company is doing nowadays, they are doing it digitally. There is no paperwork nowadays. Everything is on computers, laptops. We have the softwares, we have the databases, we have the online sites, we have the online portals. So everything is somehow dependent on IT infrastructure. So in every company, IT infrastructure will be there. And if that IT infrastructure is down, let's suppose the server is down in the Netflix, so Netflix application will not work. And that is the loss to business. If Amazon site is down, if the website of the Amazon, if that is down, again, there will be revenue loss for the Amazon company. So IT infrastructure is totally the backbone of the businesses nowadays because businesses are depend on IT. So once the job of the software developer, this is a one-time job, they will get the project, they will do the coding, they will create the software. Once their job is done, in order to maintain the business continuity all the time, business को हर time चलाने के लिए, because the company is dependent on the IT, so IT infrastructure is there. It will be there in every type of business, in every type of company, in Facebook, in Amazon, in small MNC, in big MNC, whatever business they are doing, IT is there. Even we guys, we are taking the training now in eVision and we are also dependent on IT. We have the Zoom software for the training. We should have the network connectivity. We should have the laptop at our home. So that is also IT, but that is a very small level of IT. In the company, there will be big IT infrastructure. Just like in software development, we have different team. We have Java developers, we have C Sharp, Python, Golang, Ruby, testing team, QA team. In the IT infra industry also, we have different team. We have different departments. So what departments we do have in IT infra? So let me explain about it. So it is like, let me pull one of the document. So in the IT infrastructure, we have all these departments. We have all these categories. See, we have EUC, we have data center management, we have networking team, we have monitoring department, cloud, DevOps, containerization, database and security. What do they do? That I will discuss right now. But before that, just let me know, have you understood what I said? अभी तक जो discussion हुआ, have everyone understood? Any doubt, any question?
No, sir.
So, no. Good. See, so when we talk about IT infrastructure industry in IT infra, we guys are going to be the part of this industry. We will be into IT infra. We are not the software developer people. We are the IT infra people. This will be our department. And in this department, this will be our scope of work, EUC, and user computing. This is our department, the main department. So initially, you guys are going to be the part of this department, EUC and user computing. What does this department do? That I will discuss. But before that, let me discuss some another departments as well. So in the IT infra, we have the data center management department as well. Data center management department will be responsible for managing the servers of the company. This team manage the servers. Servers can be on Windows, it can be on Linux, it can be on Unix, plus there will be virtualization as well. So here we hire server administrators, senior system administrators, virtualization administrators, Wintel administrators, or Linux administrators. So these persons will be responsible for managing the server only. And when I say virtualization, it is not the virtualization that you have learned in eVision. जो eVision में virtualization पढ़ा है वो वाला नहीं. In the company, they are using VMware vCenter EXSI. So the virtualization that we have told you, VMware Workstation, that is only for the purpose of your personal practical. So that in your laptop, you can install Windows Server and you can do the Active Directory installation. In the company, It has nothing to do with the real production. So server team uses different virtualization software, which is VMware vCenter, not the workstation. It is totally command line interface tool. In some companies, they are using Hyper-V as a tool for the virtualization. So if you guys become the part of the server team in future, not now, you guys will have to learn this. Then there is one more department, networking. Networking people are responsible for managing the network of the company, and it is not the internet connectivity. Networking department is not responsible for checking the internet connectivities. That is the job of EUC department. Networking department will be responsible for managing the router, switches, firewall, plus SD-WAN, MPLS, ILL connectivity of the companies. That is called branch to branch connectivity, one site to another site connectivity. That is the job of networking team. So they will work on router and switches mostly. And in order to become the network engineer, because in the networking, we will have network engineers, network administrators, network architects. So in order to become the network engineer, we should have the exposure on CCNA, CCNP, and in some company CCIE is also required. In some company they are looking for Juniper, so you have to learn the Juniper as well. You have to learn at least one firewall. Then the person will be eligible for the networking. But generally company don't hire the freshers in the networking. So the people who are working in the IT industry, they have any other experience, they can switch to the networking in future if they are interested after learning the courses, after doing CCNA, CCNP plus firewalls. If any person is interested in the servers, they can also switch from any other department after doing the courses. Then we have the monitoring department in the company. Monitoring department will be responsible for monitoring the IT infrastructure. They will do the monitoring. So we call them level 1 engineers, L1. So in this category, we will have two departments, NOC, which is called NOC, and DCO. So NOC stands for Network Operation Center. This department will be responsible for monitoring the network connectivity of the company. So companies will have different tools. They will have different softwares like SolarWinds. The engineer who will work in this department, they are known as NOC engineer and DCO engineers. So this NOC engineer will be responsible for monitoring the network connectivity using the tool. If any network is down, if any router is down, if any switch is down, if any slowness issue is there, if there is any packet drop condition, so this team will do the first level troubleshooting. If they are not able to fix it, then the case will be transferred to the special networking team. This is how company works. Then we have DCO, data center operations. This engineering team, they are called DCO engineers, and they are responsible for monitoring the server infrastructure of the company, Linux, Windows, using the tools. So they will make sure that server should not be down. The real hardware server should be up all the time. If there is any link issue, if there is any connectivity issue, if there is any latency triggered, if there is any alert, so these people will do the first level action, level 1 troubleshooting. If they are not able to fix it, then the case will be actually transferred to the server department, data center. So this is also one of the department in the monitoring. Then we have the cloud team in the company. They are responsible for managing the cloud. So company can have AWS cloud, they can have Azure cloud, they can have GCP cloud. Company will have the automation team, which is known as DevOps. These people will be responsible for doing the automation. They are called DevOps engineers or senior DevOps engineers or module leads. So these people will do the automation. Just like for an example, if I ask you to install 300 different softwares on 5,000 servers, so you guys will do it manually. You will go to each and every system one by one, then you will do the installation. But these DevOps people will write the script. They will write the script which will be automated script. They will run it from the server, and automatically on 500 servers, 300 different applications will be installed within few minutes. We don't have to do it manually. That is the job of DevOps people. This is just an example. They have another jobs as well, but this is just an example. So this is also one of the department in the company. Then we have the containerization department. These department engineers will be responsible for managing the Kubernetes, OpenShift, Tanzu. So for an example, the Netflix application, Disney Hotstar, it is running on Kubernetes. I will not explain what is Kubernetes because it requires some programming understanding, programming language understanding, Python understanding. So for an example, Netflix, Disney Hotstar, that is running on Kubernetes platform. So this is also one of the department. Then there will be database department. These people are known as database administrators or database engineers, and they will be responsible for managing the database servers of the company, just like SQL Server, MySQL Server, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, etc. Then we have the security team, the cyber security team, who would be responsible for managing the security of the company. So there will be cloud security team, there will be network security team, there will be complete cyber security team, and we will have different engineers over here. Cyber security engineers, ethical hackers, network security engineers, SOC analyst, cloud security operations engineer, like that. So these are different departments in the IT infra, and their job role is also different. There is one more department which is known as IT operations and management. This department will be responsible to manage all these engineers. इन सबको manage करता है IT operations. So in this department there will be managers, incident manager, change manager, IT manager, data center manager, service desk manager, like that. So they are the manager people who are managing the different teams of the company. Akansha is saying the voice is not clear. So is it for everyone or is it only for Akansha?
No, sir, we can
Your voice is
clearly
clear.
hear your voice.
So Akansha, you may disconnect and you can connect again. Might be there is some network issue. That is the reason the voice is not clear to you. So far everything is clear. Any doubt?
Yes, sir. One doubt.
Yes, tell me.
So, sir, actually, I enrolled into this course a few days back. Sir, basically, I'm from mechanical background,
Mm-hmm.
so I can cover these things like these courses.
Yeah, you can easily cover. See, in order to get into the IT infra, we don't require any programming knowledge because we are not going to become the software developer. So we will be managing different aspects of the business. Right now, we will start from this one. This will be our department. I will explain about this. What does this department do and what you will do in the company. But in future, if you want to switch to another domain, you can easily, but you have to learn the courses, you have to work in the real company, then you can easily switch. Like there is one question posted by Shantanu, that how to build career in cloud for fresher. So for fresher, there is no career in the cloud. No one is going to give you the job. But yes, if you have any IT exposure, just like let's suppose you are working in the server and you want to switch to cloud, then you can. You have to learn the cloud. If you are working in networking, you can switch to the cloud. If you are working in this department, desktop engineer, service desk engineer, they can learn the cloud and they can also switch. DevOps people are already working on the cloud. So if you have any domain IT experience, then you are eligible for the different switch. But if you are complete fresher, if you are just a college pass out with zero experience, in reality, you cannot directly get into this department. इनमें नहीं जा सकते. You can easily get into this one that we are giving you as a platform. Not easily, you have to be trained yourself, but that is not that much hard to get. But these departments are specific domains, so this requires real experience. यहाँ पे मतलब इंटरव्यू सीख के भी नहीं दे सकता बंदा. So you have to work in the real company, that how the infra looks like. In reality, you have to see the things in your eyes कि दिखता कैसी है चीजें, how the things are looking, how the server looks like. Then you would be able to crack this level of interview, because this requires high level of confidence, and confidence will only come once you will really work in the company. काम करने से confidence आता है. Just like you can see my voice, you can see my pitch, because I have the experience, I have very big experience. That is the reason I can speak like this. You don't have right now that much exposure. That is the reason you are very much shy. You are like feeling shy to speak. This is the thing. So
So,
yes,
sir,
you can switch to the cloud, but you have to work in any of the domain for at least 6 to 7 months. 6 से 7 महीने का experience चाहिए IT में. Then you can apply for the cloud after learning the courses. Understood?
yes, sir.
Sir, as I work as a consultant in ERP software, तो इतना तो होता नहीं, बस डेटाबेस से ही होता है, एसक्यूएल ये सब.
हम्म.
तो क्लाउड में जाने के लिए तो एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए, इन सब का एक्सपोजर चाहिए, ईयूसी का और डेटा सेंटर मैनेजमेंट.
नहीं, सबका नहीं, किसी भी एक डिपार्टमेंट में होना चाहिए बंदा. देन क्लाउड के लिए वो तैयारी करके स्विच कर सकता है. सबका कैसे लोगे?
नहीं नहीं,
सबका
हाँ,
तो
मतलब
नहीं.
इनमें से एक में ही.
हाँ, मतलब इनमें से किसी में भी आईटी का एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए बेसिकली. अब इस आईटी के अंदर इतनी बड़ी चीजें आती है, इसमें से तुम किसी का भी पार्ट हो, यू कैन लर्न, यू कैन गेट द ट्रेनिंग एंड यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर द थिंग्स.
ओके
ठीक है.
ओके.
या सो नाउ लेट्स talk about this one. This is going to be your initial starting as a career. EUC will be your department, and in the EUC department, you will get this kind of designations: desktop support engineers, service desk engineer, remote support engineer, system engineer, network support engineer, etc. So what is the job of these people? These people are responsible for managing the end users of the company. That is the reason it is called EUC department, end user computing department. So these engineers, the engineers who are working in the EUC department on these designation, ये सारे engineers, these engineers are responsible for supporting the end users of the company. End user means employees of the company. So in the company, there can be different employees: finance employees, management employees, operations team, IT team. So whatever employees are working in the company, whether they are junior, senior, leaders, if they are facing any IT issue, if they are facing any technical issue in their system in the sense in their laptop or desktop, if they are facing any issues in their operating systems, whatever operating system they are running, Windows or Mac, if they are facing any issues in their networking, just like they are unable to connect to the internet, their Wi-Fi is not working, they are not able to connect to the access point, they are unable to access any network centralized drive, they are not able to access any internal portal of the company, they are not able to upload any data onto the centralized network location. Apart from this, if any of the end user is facing any issue with the user profiles in the sense they are not able to log in into the server level of laptops, they are not able to get the group policies, they are facing the challenges while logging into the system, their VPN application is not working, they are facing the issues in the messaging application, messaging in the sense Outlook. You might have heard about Outlook and Office 365. So if they are facing in the issue with their Outlook and Office 365, if the employees are facing the issues with the network printers, which is attached with the network, if any of the employees are facing the issue in these categories, so you guys will do the troubleshooting. You have to troubleshoot the issue. Either you can do it on remote if it is possible, or you have to check the system physically. So it's not a hardware only. This is totally the connectivity OS level of things. In the MNC, we will not be doing much level of hardware jobs because everything will be under warranty. We are not authorized to open anything. If there will be any hardware issue, the vendor will come and they will do the support kind of things. We will be working on the OS, networking, user profiles, VPN, messaging, etc. So whatever, I would say, whatever technical issue the employee of the company is facing, you guys will have to fix it. कोई भी issue आ सकता है उसको. It can be network issue, it can be server issue, it can be connectivity issue, anything. One more thing that I missed here, it can be software issue. In the company, there are different portal softwares that they are using for the business. In the HR team, there will be HRIS software. In the finance team, there will be CRM software. So if they are facing any connectivity issues, working issues with the software also, you guys will have to fix that. So all in all, you have to fix the IT issues of the end users, the employees of the company. This is your first job. Apart from this, you guys will be responsible for managing the site infrastructure. Site infra in the sense, you will be responsible to check the connectivity of all the desktop and laptops which is running in the company. They should be able to ping to each other. Ping होना चाहिए सबके बीच में. It means there should be proper network connectivity. You will be responsible for update activities. We call it patch. Update in the sense, in the company, every operating system and every application should be up to date with the server. That you have to do. So networking task will be your task. LAN connectivity you will do. You will be responsible for doing the ping. Every system should be connected in the company. Update activity will be your task in the company. You have to check that whether all the operating system and apps are up to date with the server or not. If not, you have to do that. There will be activities. You guys will be responsible for managing the AB conferencing setup. AB conferencing setup in the sense, because that is MNC, so they have the branches in the different part of the countries. So if their management team is doing any meeting, there will be online conference meetings in the company, and they are using this kind of devices. For the meeting purpose, in the MNCs, we will have this kind of device. See, this kind of devices will be there in the boardroom. So if there is any connectivity issue with the device, if the conference is not happening, if there is any voice issue, if there is any network latency issue, packet drops, connectivity drops, the meeting is not able to happen. So you guys will do this setup as well. You have to do the connectivity of this. Apart from this, you will manage the access points. You might have heard about repeaters in the N+. Repeater सुना है?
Yes, sir.
So nowadays there is no repeater in the company, there is access points. And access point will look like this. It will be Cisco Meraki, which is used in my company. And it is almost used in every big company. This is access point. You call it repeater. So if there is any signal loss issue in the repeater, in the access point, you will be responsible for that connectivity as well. Apart from that, you will be responsible for IP telephony setup, or you can call it IP telephony management. Now, what is this? So in the company, there will be desk phone which will operate from the IP address, which will operate using the networking. Like this kind of phones will be there in the company. We can operate it using the IP address. They work in the LAN. They have their extension numbers. So you will be responsible for this connectivity. You will not manage the phones. You will just manage the LAN connectivity of the phones. Phones should be connected on the floor. So this is going to be your additional responsibility apart from your job. So you will be doing everything. Handling the issues of the users, this is your main job. Apart from that, you are responsible to run the complete branch of the company. There should not be any technical issue in the branch related to network, related to system, related to connectivity, anything. There should not be any issue. Someone like Pawan Kumar is trying to draw something on the screen, और उसने screen खराब कर दी है. Let me stop the screen share and share it again. Then it will work. this is the kind of job that you will be doing. So there will be a lot of work in every department, and this is the brief of your job. So there will be a lot of learning opportunities. You will be managing the audio video conferencing setups. There are very costly device, just like the device that I shown you, that is around 3,75,000 rupees per unit. Itna महंगा है. This is very costly device. So whatever additional thing they are using, they will give you training on that, because in every company there is different devices. So they will give you training, but they will not give you training on this level. They will not teach you how to fix the issue on Outlook, how to fix the issue of the system. That is not happen. That is not going to happen in the company. They will hire you on the basis of your internship experience with the eVision company. So they trust that you know your job. But if they are using any additional software, if they have any different phone, if they have any different software, then they will give you the training, because in every company systems are different. But for the troubleshooting, there is no training in the company. Nothing. They will help you. Your team members will help you if you need any help, but they will not teach you, just like we are teaching in the class. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला. That is the reason you have to complete your training before your interviews. तभी training हो रही है. So you can get any designation, as I told you. It differs from company to company. Desktop engineer, tech support engineer, remote support engineer, network support engineer, service desk. But your job is going to be like that in the technical. There is one designation which is called service desk engineer. Service desk engineer will be responsible for this one as well. They will do this activity, this task as well. Plus, there will be some additional responsibility as well. What will be the additional responsibility? So it will be ticket creation, SLA management, reports management, and how to do that, that I will explain. That I will explain in detail in the ITIL class. For now, this is the summary of the job that you will be doing. Any doubt, any question so far? किसी को कुछ पूछना है? Silence means no. So this is very much clear now. This is your department. You can get the support designations: tech support engineer, tech support, remote support, service desk, like that. And in future, if you want to switch to another industry, another domain in the IT, you want to switch into another technology into the IT, then where you can switch? So you can switch to data center after doing some courses related to server, Windows Server, Linux Server virtualization. You can switch to networking as well. You can do CCNA, CCNP certifications. You can learn the physical firewall. Then you can give the interviews. You will be eligible. You can go to monitoring as well. You have to minimum spend 6 to 7 months in the current department, in the current designation. You can learn the cloud computing. You can go for the cloud as well. You can pick any of the cloud depending upon the company requirement, but you are not eligible for DevOps. In order to go to the DevOps, you have to work on the cloud first. So from the EUC, you can go to the cloud, but you cannot directly switch to the DevOps, because we need prior experience with the cloud administration. You cannot switch to the containerization right after EUC. Desktop के बाद आप सीधा containerization में नहीं जा सकते, because this is also the platform where we need cloud expertise. So the person should be on the cloud platform. We cannot directly switch into the database as well, because we require server experience. And we cannot directly switch to the security, because we require platform experience. If you want to become cloud security engineer, you have to work on the cloud first. If you want to become network security engineer, you have to work on the network engineering role first. Then you can apply the security. So you are eligible for servers, networking, monitoring, and cloud domain after EUC, after your current department. इसमें से आप इन 3 में स्विच कर सकते हो स्टार्टिंग में, इन 4 में. In future, if you want to go to the DevOps, you can, but you have to go to the cloud first. First, you have to get the job in cloud, then you will be eligible for DevOps switch. You will be eligible for containerization switch. If you want to go to the database, if you are interested in SQL management in future, you have to work on the server. Or if you are interested in the cyber security, you have to pick any one of the domain. You can be the part of networking, you can be the part of cloud, and depending upon your experience, you can pick the security domain. This is how the thing works. So at least you have to be 6 to 7 months on your current role. Then you can do the courses parallelly and you can give the interviews. You will be eligible. eVision also offers the next level opportunities for the people who are working in the real company. So we offer the assistance in the cloud domain and in the server domain. In the two section, we are offering the placement assistance for the people who are already experienced in the server and in the cloud. That is the reason on Saturday, Sunday, we are running the courses for the people who are already working and they want to switch to the different cloud domain. So उनके लिए होता है वो course. So once you will have the job, if you will be interested, you can also do that. That is the future thing. For now, just focus on to get the job. Just get the job first, then prepare for the next level. That is the next thing. So this is what I wanted to explain today. It is just a intro kind of session, I would say. I just provided you the briefing that how the IT infrastructure industry works, what kind of departments we have in the IT infra, and what department we are going to be, and what will be our job role. I hope that is quite clear. Any confusion?
So, sir, basically all these are interconnected with each other.
Yes, all these are interconnected, you can say. The coordination is very important. We cloud team have to coordinate with the server team and networking team for some on-premises connectivity. DevOps teams will have to coordinate with the cloud team. Containerization have to coordinate with the DevOps and cloud. So everything is interrelated in the company.
Yes.
I am the part of this containerization basically. We work on the Azure cloud platform and we handle the AKS, Azure Kubernetes Services, and Rancher plus DevOps automation. That is my current role. So I'm the part of cloud automation and security team basically. That is my, and in the cloud, I have the exposure of 4.5 years. In the cloud, it is 4.5 years only. Prior to that, it was into Windows Server and Linux Server and remote support that I told you. So I have
Yes.
different experience. In the cloud and DevOps, it is 4.5 years only. 4.5 साल.
So can we not start with Linux profile? We have to
Uh,
start with.
Actually, the company don't hire because they are really looking for the experienced people. So if you will learn the course as well, you will not be able to crack the interview because uh, the thing is they will easily catch. You can, if you are thinking that I will just learn the question answer and I will give the Linux interview, that is not easy. They will easily catch because they are the real experienced people. So they will ask you scenario based question and the scenario is very difficult in these domains as compared to this one because here you are supporting the employees. So employee can face any issue, but on the spatial domain level, everyone knows what kind of challenge will be there. If I am asking you that my server is down, my server is connected to the SQL database in the backend, I am facing the latency in the server, how will you troubleshoot? So you will not be able to give that level of answers with the confidence. That is the thing. This is the reason that we are conducting the training only on Saturday, Sunday in the cloud and server. We are not giving the training to the freshers on cloud and servers because we know that their money will be wasted. They will not get the job because there is uh, the real experience required in the company. किसी भी profile में हो, it should be in the IT and it should be real exposure. Then you can, it's not a big deal. After 7 months, 8 months, you can easily apply for the another roles. That is possible. Understood?
Okay. Okay.
So this is the kind of intro session that we have today. So we just learn about the IT industry, about our job role, and what additional things we are going to do in the company. Now, in the company, in the eVision, we have a lot of modules. So these modules are designed to cater this requirement. ये सब कर पाओ इसलिए we have designed that module N plus, MCSA, Linux, virtualization, so that you can manage the issues troubleshooting plus this complete branch infrastructure as well, because this IP telephony server will be on the Linux platform. So this this phone's connectivity will be on the Linux server. So you should know how the Linux works. The AV conferencing setup will also be on the Linux interface. So you should know how the Linux works. Access points will be based on CCNA connectivity. So you should know the CCNA. That is the reason there are a lot of different modules in the OJT program that you are taking care of. What is the importance of ITIL? That I will discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow I will start with the ITIL. ITIL will be a theoretical session. It is only related to the IT management, and it will take 4 sessions. Like in this Friday, in this week of Friday, this ITIL will be finished. Then in the next Monday, I will start the troubleshooting. So here we will have the practical related to the issues. Clear?
Clear.
Yes, sir.
So we will connect tomorrow now. The class, I'm going to wrap this up. I just take the session for 1 hour mostly. So tomorrow we will connect on 9:30. I will start the session within 10 minutes. Then we will start with the ITIL. So that will be the first class of ITIL tomorrow. Whatever notes will be there that is relevant, I will share it with you in the class itself. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So we can wrap up this call now. So thank you very much for your timing. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night.
Good night.